6 months ago, we moved into a vacant house in the Japanese countryside. The house is 63 years old, and the rent is 20,000 yen, or about $140 per month. That's Yumi, my Japanese wife. In early February 2023, she found this property on the town's vacant house listing, and we decided to rent it based solely on the photos. We had some concerns about taking on the rental without actually visiting the property in person or checking out the surroundings. But because we had visited and enjoyed this island for a couple of weeks during the summer of 2022, we decided to give it a go. My name's Stephen. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. I've been living in Japan for about 10 years and was in the UK for 13 years before that. Part of my morning routine is folding up the futons and putting them away. Well, that's my heavy lifting done for the day. Unfortunately, we don't have any footage from the actual day that we arrived here at the house. What you can see now is footage from a few days after we had moved in. But when we arrived here, it was dark, gloomy, and very dirty. Nobody had been living here for many months. We had to get stuck into some serious cleaning right away. So the place already looks a little cleaner and brighter, even with our stuff all over the place. There was no internet here when we arrived, and only sometimes a very weak mobile phone signal in the house. But luckily we managed to arrange with a relevant company to come down the day after we moved in and get us all connected. One of our first gardening jobs was to cut down all the bamboo, some of which was touching our electricity and internet lines. And we carried on cleaning up inside and around the outside of the house. We made small fires with the old wood lying around outside and cooked things like the delicious local sweet potatoes for people like us who were used to living in city apartments. This was certainly starting to feel more like a life in the countryside. In the beginning, we soon realized that we weren't the only ones living in this house. was quite challenging and stressful, dealing with all of them on a daily basis. We weren't even sure if we'd be able to stay here, and actually went to look at another property, but soon realized that we'd be dealing with the same issues there. But as the months passed by and we slowly started fixing the place up a bit, we noticed that our house guests, for the most part, prefer staying outside. And to be honest, and I'm not sure I would have imagined myself saying this a few months ago, but you kind of get used to dealing with them a little bit and realize that they're not quite as scary as you once thought. It's definitely a part of living in the countryside. Yumi and I are both surfers, so we spend a lot of time in the ocean. This island has some amazing beaches. Surfing or just spending time in the sea always washes away negativity and gives you a bit of a reset. This is Mia. He's very nice, very gentle. Stick insect, yeah. Our fun-loving and energetic 4-year-old daughter. She's loving life in the countryside and doesn't mind living with any of the creatures at all. We should think more like her. She'll soon be the best surfer in the family. Next time, we'll show you a bit more of what we've been doing in the house, including our beginner DIY skills. Am I pushing down? So until next time, thanks for watching. Don't film it.
はい。